Stephanie with a Y. I have been like saying I was going to start this YouTube channel for so long, and finally I'm here. I'm doing it. I have a lot of people who are trying to keep me accountable to me saying that I was going to do this and actually me following through on it. So I'm super excited that I finally get to say, hey, voila, I've done this. So, basically, a little bit about myself. My name is Stephanie, and yes, it is spelt with a Y. Like, it's on all of my documents, on my birth certificate, on my passport, on my driver's license, everything. My dad and my mom are both Nigerian. I'm Nigerian. My dad is Edo and my mom is Yoruba. So I'm the third of 4 kids, and I've got an older brother, then an older sister, then it's me, and then it's my younger brother. I recently just got my driver's license, even though I have been driving in Nigeria for about a year and a year and 3 months. When you drive in this country, Nigeria, the green, white, green, it is literally it's a war zone. I'm not trying to be dramatic, I'm just trying to be honest. Do you know what I mean? You're driving in Nigeria, yeah, you're basically trying to drive through, like, there's pedestrians that are trying to like do what they're doing and walk around. Then there are the hawkers that are trying to hawk and sell their products. Then there are the keke napeps that are still trying to do their own, stunt doubles. And then you have the kabu-kabus, that's your taxi drivers that don't give a shit, but that, their own car is already total. They are just basically running on fumes. But your own fine, nice car, you're basically trying to navigate through all. And then don't forget, when we get started on the Okadas are out there to now show you that no, you're just arriving on the streets. So it is literally a war zone on the roads here in Nigeria. There are no demarcations. Like, there's some places that you've seen like demarcated, like, roads, but demarcations, like, you basically have to use your brain to know, okay, this side, don't get too much into this side because it's oncoming traffic. And there's not really like lanes most of the time. It's just you kind of being a bit smart about your driving. So traffic lights here are more about like suggestions at this point. Like, it's a suggestive situation. It's green, but sometimes you could just ginger and not want to move, or it's actually red and people are just moving and it doesn't even matter. So it's like whatever. Another thing is, I would see cars parked on the side of the road, or like cop cars. Like, when I mean cars, like, I mean like actual police cars. I would see them parked at the side of the road, and the Yankee driver in me would literally start to slow down because I'm like, oh my god, they're about to catch my speed, I'm about to get pulled over for a ticket. But then to slowly get on my mental that, guy, what was the speeding limits anyways? You didn't say any speeding limits on the road, so what do you mean? The thing is, the cop cars usually don't have anybody inside. They're just parked there. I don't know why. I don't know if it's for decoration, got like the foil finished inside. I don't know. But usually cop cars that are parked at the side of the road aren't going to give you a ticket. I don't even think they give tickets here in Nigeria when it comes to here in Abuja, I haven't seen somebody get a ticket for that. Last, they'll say, why are you crossing the road? But like, road safety would probably trying to like reprimand you or something. When they have these people like that are searching, like trying to like a stop and search or like a checkpoint, like, to be very honest with you, they just want to like roger you and extort you a bit. But from what I've seen, I've never really seen somebody stop someone and there's like, oh yes, we found loaded guns and it's been like, we saved the day. It's usually just because they want 500 or something from you, which is so annoying because like, I don't be carrying cash around like that. Sorry to digress, but I need to tell you the story that happened and I think you guys will appreciate it. So there was a time that I was driving, maybe like my third month in being in Nigeria or so, and I was driving. I had to go and pick up something. I didn't know anywhere, obviously, so I was using the MiFi and I was using my GPS on my phone to like get around to where I was going to. And then this blue car, like road safety, BZVI, I don't even know the difference honestly, and they're like, you're using your phone while you are driving. And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to use it to get like my GPS, like I'm trying to get somewhere. Pull out your driver's license, da 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 da. First of all, your permit has been expired for a while. And I'm like, they're like, well, you're using your phone. And I was like, I was using my phone. Like, we need you to follow us to our station. I said, follow which way? I'm like, look, the only way I'm going to follow you people is if you put fuel in my car. Then I can probably follow you. If not, we might as well just park my car here. Let me enter your own vehicle and let us start going. I'm like, look, I don't have time. After a while, the person I was with was like, Steph, just call your dad. Like, call your dad. So me, I'm calling my dad. He now said I should give the phone to their Oga. I gave the phone to their Oga. Their Oga now said that's me. First of all, but I was like, you know what? Don't worry, officer. Don't worry, officer. I'll tell her to get your number and we'll go on from there. But please just let her go. So that one too happily called his number for me. And I was like, all right. I got his number and I drove off to where I was going to. Obviously, I didn't save the number. Until today, I've never heard anything. So like, you have to be so alert. You're not driving just your car. You're driving other people's cars around you as well. And like, one of the things is, you know when you're driving abroad, yeah, you barely hear like beepers, like you don't hear all of that. Here, it is the norm of driving from your gates to, I don't know, like a couple meters. You've heard like 5-6 people honk already. It's just the way of life. That's how you drive here. Like contrary to like popular belief though, like I'm talking from my own experience here. People don't really want to hit you. It just so happens that they do. That situation, I've also learned that hydraulic is your best friend. It is your best friend. Because if you see the way people that they will hit your car, they don't have money to fix your car. It's always these people that don't have it. Literally, hydraulic, just to take out that paint, dip it to hydraulic in their car and start using it to clean up with like a rag or something. Hydraulic is your friend. Do not play with that. Is one of the big tips and tricks of driving here. Also, like, when it comes to roads here, because there's no road demarcation, if you can drive it, it's a road. I know it's crazy, but if you drive it, it's a road. So if you can get into a little pavement-ish type situation, or it looks like the shoulder of the road, if it's drivable, my dear, chook your head and drive, because you don't have time. People are so impatient. Like, oh my god. And the dreaded stories you hear from people just being impatient. You try and drive, but you know, to enter into like a ditch, and then if it's raining, like, you know, you can carry people. You just heard some people have actually died, like, because they wanted to prove that they can find ways. You just have to be very, very careful, guys. Be driving for like a whole year and 3 months and not really having a license, like, I guess because I'm a great driver, or maybe I'm just that lucky. The thrill of driving has kind of died down for me. I always used to enter my car and be like, will today be the day that road safety finally ends it all for me? That day never came, guys. But it's all good, because I'm really happy that, you know, I've got to experience how to drive here in Nigeria. When I first got here, like I told you, I had to use like a MiFi most of the times. And most of the time, my dad was like, leave it in the house. So even though I had a car for a while, I never really used my car. I literally would just leave it there. And because of that, I took it upon myself to start entering bikes, kekes, buses. Like, I would get all the way from Lokogoma to Maraba and use all these public transports alongs, and I always used Ubers and, you know, Taxifys when I wanted to, but I used all these different like other mediums of getting around, simply because, yes, I wanted to learn the roads. I wanted to know like at least 2, 3, 4 routes to getting to my house and other places. And also, yeah, it was cheaper to go around. Like, I just took it upon myself to learn the roads, and I'm happier for it because I don't be going anywhere with my GPS, except like if it's like house number 50 something on this particular road. If you tell me, oh, it's gonna be in Utako, in Wuse, in Meitama, in Jabi, like whatever it is, or if it's going to be Maraba, in Yanya, Asokoro, like just tell me the location, I will get there. And once I'm getting there, then I'll put on my GPS to know what street you're at. All right, guys. Well, I will be talking about a lot of different things. Like I have so many things I want to talk about with this channel. Just basically my whole experience, because me coming to Nigeria was basically for my NYSC, which I am now done with. There's just so many things that happen, and I'm so happy that I actually do have like a lot of pictures and lots of like videos from then that I can always like insert and like, you know, plug in. This channel is going to be about everything and anything. There's really nothing specific, but at the same time there's a lot of specific things. All right, well, have a wonderful day, everybody. I love you guys, and yeah, just because other YouTubers, which I'm about to be at this point, say this, like and subscribe to my channel.